apologize for the delay, but we'll open up the meeting. Would you please rise for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright, so on this evening's agenda, we'll be hearing a petition from the folks down on Matthew Way for the town road acceptance. We'll have a little NITV update and a couple of non-publics to round out the evening. So without further ado, do you guys have a spokesperson?
Oh, I guess, right?
Mary.
Oh, whoa.
He just started sticking his nose in his phone.
Yeah.
Go back home.
Yeah.
I guess we just wanted to, I'm Mary Passamonte. I moved in, I don't know, 9 months ago maybe. Yeah, we wanted to look into getting the road turned over to the town. I helped Brookline, a road in Brookline when I lived there, do this, and it was basically petitioning, and as long as it was up to standards, they said that they take it over typically, and I don't know if this is true, not true, whatever, but when a developer typically does a development somewhere, I've been going back through deeds and looking for things, but it's, once it's up, done, the development's done and the road is done, the builder typically goes to the town to have it turned over. I don't know if that's the same in every town or not, but anyway, we're here to ask if it's a possibility, I guess, and
Yep. Well, and
it's
so
not a large road, they did Green Farm Road, yeah, and somewhere in there, I know we were responsible for part of Green Farm Road, and when they were, I don't know all the legal mumbo jumbo, but when that was, everything was turned over, I thought that was supposed to be included in it.
okay. All right. Yeah. So typically that would be something that the developer would do at the end of the project, or could do.
Right.
Actually, no. There's the residents. Yeah, residents. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I've heard it that way too. Like, so here it'd be the residents because it's kind of assumed that it has been assumed that it's a private way because that's what the people would want. So it gives you that option of, rather asking the town to take it over or not. Like, do you want to be responsible for your own land, like your own road? So there's been varying different degrees of completeness over the decades. So we do have to go back and take a look at, what the final product was at that time, and then just recently we took a walk out on Old Beaver to take a look at it, and we'd probably do something similar at Matthew. Yep, just to make sure that the road's not so dilapidated that next year all of a sudden you all be in saying I need everything paved.
Yeah. No,
We have a sinkhole.
Yeah, so we're working through this process. Because I do understand that it had been said no at some point, for different reasons, that road
Matthew
wouldn't.
Way?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we just have to look into why and then what we need to do in order to get you guys to that point, to be able to accept the road, is the tone that this board has taken, with, folks that come in to ask to have their roads accepted by the town.
Yeah, because it says private road, but it's definitely occupied by numerous people that come down there all the time and do use it and do the cul-de-sac and walk dogs, ride bikes, four-wheelers, a lot of things, so it's definitely used by others besides us. And we pay taxes the same as somebody who didn't pay taxes for, who pays them but gets their stuff done, so.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing.
Do you have an HOA
Yes.
just for Matthew Way?
Yes.
And is all the dwellings there, are they all condominiums or?
It's 2 buildings and 4 units in each building.
Yeah.
So it's really pretty small. The road's not that big and it is paved currently. I know we talked about class 5,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not quite sure what class 5 is, I did look around, but, we did get some paving quotes before any of us were here from different various people to see things that didn't seem outrageous, but that of course was back then.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know how much it would be now, but, the road seems, you know, it's a decent road, right?
It's not bad for a dead end, it's just, I know you guys look for, do you have a standard for like dead end roads? Like, do you need a cul-de-sac, do you need a turnaround? We have, like, it goes straight and then you can back in or you can turn and back. It's, there's no, you can probably do a U-ey with the dump truck, but, I mean, we get the fire truck down there all the time because of the hydrant down there that we use.
Yeah.
So, but I have a strong feeling it's not class 5. Looking at the town roads versus our road, it's not as thick. It's 2 cars wide, but it's definitely not as thick as a town road.
And part of the class 5 too is the base, the gravel underneath, then the base coat, then a top coat. I don't know if it was ever top coated.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think the rest is there, it just needs
Yeah.
to be top coated is, and again, this is all us kind of,
Yeah,
we're trying to figure it out, so
Yeah.
we're all
Flying
newer
by the
on it.
seat of
You
your
know, the
pants.
development was never finished.
Yeah,
Right.
it was supposed
Right.
You
to
know,
be
we're supposed to
Yeah.
have another
much more and
8
people on the other
units in
side
there,
of the barn
it's
done.
never gonna happen.
That's what we kind of do, you know, look to, you know, have a fact finding, you know, go on and, probably, you know, coring samples of the road just to see like what all the layers are. I think is gonna be a part of the process.
sidewalk.
Yeah, we're definitely, you know, gonna do a site walk. Yeah, have a public hearing on it and, yep,
Any help we could get would be appreciated, it's just, you know, it's just, that's kind of where we're at.
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm not opposed to, you know, taking that initial step of doing a site walk and allowing some stuff to come in, cause now that, you know, that you all are here, you know, speaking before us, I'm sure, you know, emails and phone calls are gonna kinda roll, like trickle in, like if anybody knows anything, from out there. I'd
We
actually,
must have something on record for what was done, would we?
somewhat, yeah, and if there were core samples taken, yeah,
We got 4 more boxes of those.
Oh, you do?
This is what we have.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
It's been very
Ooh,
much
you wanna
thrown
sort through that?
together from the
Sure.
developer.
Yeah.
Right, so
And
it's
not
another
very-
case where the developer went bankrupt and never finished anything. So
Yeah, he kinda
the
just walked
additional-
away.
Walked away
Yeah.
literally.
and
The-
there was
the
no
big, huge-
retainage,
no,
so that's.
and the big
but-
barn that was there was supposed to be turned into units. There was another building that was supposed to be like a common,
That's what I'm looking
Room
at,
or
there's 2
something like
buildings
that.
at the end of the,
yeah.
Yeah, one's a
One of them
well,
needs to be ripped down.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's the big barn that is empty, and then there's another garage there that is used as our well system, and it's got a little
pump
storage.
system,
That's the system.
Yeah.
And it does the fire system as well, so that's obviously not going anywhere. The barn is another project, but he was supposed to do 8 more condos on the other side that he got bankrupt, got sick, never finished, walked away. And we haven't really had an association in the past that's done the right things. So now we're trying to pick up the pieces, find history of this, and the amount of paperwork that's not there is more than what we have for
Yeah.
actual paperwork, so we're trying to work with you guys on what you may have versus what we may have to try and figure out, you know, and at the end, maybe can this be accepted? If not, what do we need to do, or what can we do to try and get it accepted?
Yeah,
Again, it's not a long road, and it is used by the public, even though it's not supposed to be, but it's just,
Green Farm residents are out, and I'm assuming it's them, they're walking dogs, so
yeah,
they're
It's
down
not-
there often.
not really a private way, no one really listens to it, so instead of us taking the liability of town people on our,
Yeah, walking dogs. Do you have a sign that says private property?
yep,
Yeah.
right at the beginning of the
Leave it
road.
on there, also no trespassing on the.
Yeah.
that just means it's quiet.
Right.
Well, you know, no
You'd like to
trespassing on
think
the
so.
barn, and it's not, yeah.
Well, no, and that's why
Same
people wanna
way.
walk down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of Massachusetts cars, New Hampshire cars that you see go down there, and it's just, it's nice being quiet, but it's also like, they're kind of ruining our road and we have to pay for it.
Right,
Yeah,
Put up a toll booth.
There you
Seriously,
go.
A
next
gate.
up.
Right?
Gated
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So Lou, are you willing to take a look at this?
Absolutely.
Thank
Jason?
you, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah, so we'll definitely work on this with you guys and see if we can't come to
Yeah,
something.
we just, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll try to do, pick a day for a site visit.
Okay. Let us know.
Yeah.
One of us should be there.
Someone's home.
Yeah, most of us have one.
22nd is, oh wait, no, why am I looking that far in August?
22nd, like this Saturday?
No, I was looking into August.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. My brain's already in August.
25th of July,
Yeah, next week.
next week.
Why is there a line going from
anything?
the...
Because Debbie's on
20
vacation that week.
I'm sorry, who is?
Debbie wants to take vacation that week.
Me.
Highlight it.
Vacation?
And I'm gonna be out of town, so don't
Did
call
we
me,
have,
don't
did we
write.
have a vote on that?
I know your number, Debbie. I'll just be texting you every day.
Love you, Matt.
It's in last week's minutes. So it was voted on.
Yeah, you guys good with the
Next
25th?
week?
Yeah,
July 25th,
do 4 o'clock again.
4
When is
o'clock.
our public hearing? It's the 25th.
Fifth. Yeah, at
That's
7.
at 7.
At 7.
Mhm. There's nothing to say we couldn't do the site walk at 5, like our normal meeting time, so we don't,
Yeah,
we can do it from 5 to 6.
I think we could.
Yeah.
We don't have anything we need, well, we were gonna talk about the budget at some point here.
The 8th, the,
yeah, that's the
Stacy's
8th
coming in,
with the
yeah.
FAC, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think if we plan it that way, just start at 5 down there.
okay.
Okay,
Is that good
So-
for you, Lou?
5 o'clock,
Yeah, next Tuesday at 5,
7:25.
we'll be down on site.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
We'll be there.
We'll be there, we'll let you through the toll booth.
thank you.
Yeah, we'll be adding to your normal traffic.
There's plenty of parking down there, so you're good.
Right, can I just get you guys, I know you, Mary, but I didn't get your name, either one of you.
I'm Phyllis Koike,
Okay,
Koike.
K-E, yep,
I'll be in tomorrow to register my car.
perfect,
I'm Kayla Seraphin.
okay. All right. What's your name?
You don't want to know. Stay under the dark.
We have 3 Matthews that live on Matthew Way.
I think that's hysterical.
That's so fitting.
One,
It was
Yeah.
just named after us. It's
Mine.
fine.
There's
4.
Mine's Matthew too.
Oh my gosh, we have 4 Matthews on Matthew.
Thank you all
Have a
so
great
much.
night.
Take
Thanks
care.
for
Thanks for
coming
coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking your time.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I can ask, right?
Yeah,
Thanks.
see ya.
I just got a copy, you want me to tell Ron
Yeah, yeah.
to kill it? Oh, you
Yeah,
guys?
you going into closed session?
In a minute, but while we're still in the open or public session, I just wanted to give an update. We did have a NITV meeting this afternoon at 4 o'clock, and we're going to be looking into how other towns address paying people like that do record meetings, because it gets into a little bit of funky spot that even though the town collects the money for NITV and holds the money for them, NITV operates kind of autonomously from the town because it's not supposed to take a biased opinion one way or the other, you know, like necessarily just to only represent the town function. So we're just working through some of the
Oh, so
Little
like
minutiaes
it
of
could
things.
be used by the Little League or the rec department. Well, the
Correct.
rec department's part of the town, but
Yeah, Little
schools,
League and-
anything in the community.
yeah.
I think the
yeah.
school's got their own,
Right, but I'm saying it's open to
Every group,
anybody in
yeah.
the community who
Because even
wants-
like the school provides us their videoed meetings, but we've had a hard time, and actually, from what I understand, it's impossible to open them and to put them up on our channel. And they're trying to work through that too.
okay.
So we can.
Do they have their own channel?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
all they have is the like the other social media outlets. To my knowledge. So that's in process though, because it's been a topic
Yeah.
in the past month or two.
The revenuers are here.
Hi.
All right.
Hang on. All right, whatever. If you want.
So with
I did
that,
not tell Ron.
I'm gonna make a motion to go into non-public
Oh,
session.
can I do one thing before you do that?
Absolutely.
We had a Heritage Commission meeting last night, and we have Jennifer Worth agreed that she would like to be a member of the Heritage Commission, so I'd like to nominate Jennifer Worth as a Heritage Commission member.
I'll second that.
Any conversation around that? Not hearing none. All in favor?
Aye. Aye. Can I?
No. No.
Oh, come on.
All right.
All right,
yeah,
thank
so
you.
Jennifer.
We're sorry for
Yep.
You be
That's
you,
fine.
I be me.
Oh, and then, hey, while we're on this little pause that you created, I got a call from a community member this afternoon in reference to
Thank you.
a fire engine, because we're due to replace our rescue engine, and I guess it's overdue. It's actually should have been taken out of service a little bit ago,
Thank you.
as if we were going by the standards. And it just so happens that Groton is going to be auctioning off their rescue engine, and there's a group of people that are willing to go to the auction and purchase that engine and donate it back to the town. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a 2008, and at that time in 2000, like to give you an idea, from what I understand, we were looking at replacing our rescue engine, and it would cost us right now about $600,000 to $700,000. In 2008, that engine cost them $750,000. So it's a high-end piece of equipment. There is some deficiencies to it, where there was some type of accident that occurred, and they're estimating that it's gonna take about $40,000 to fix it, and then about another $20,000 to put all the new radio equipment into that engine. So it's about roughly $60,000. So Debbie is gonna look into like seeing if the fire engine capital reserve can be accessed for that money. And they're kind of trying to get an idea of if this board like is interested in something like that, like getting a piece of equipment donated, knowing that we're gonna have to come up with that other bit of money in order to get it onto the road and into service.
And this is happening next week, did you say?
I don't know if I said,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't recall when
Correct.
the auction's taking place, cause the phone call came in at
Just
2:30.
Wondering if the chief is gonna be here before the auction takes place, that we can
Yeah,
get his feeling.
yeah, well, one of the people is, one of the new deputies, and he has been in contact with, Chief Somro too, so I think they would like it,
Yeah.
cause like I
Yeah,
said.
I'd like to talk to Chief.
Yeah.
Somro. Okay, for one. Two is, I know the fire department's already ordered a whole bunch of radios. So are we going to have two of these type of vehicles, available, or are we just going to replace one with the other one?
It's my understanding that the new one will be a replacement for the old one
For
that
the old
should have been
one.
taken out of service.
Okay,
Yeah.
so does that mean that when we take that out of service, are we going to auction that off? Or is that a tomorrow problem?
Yeah, it's just another detail, like, I don't know, what that recommendation will be,
Okay.
like who would potentially buy it or not.
Yeah, cause where I was leading with this is that if the fire department already put in orders for radios,
Yeah,
that if they're not going to be putting the radio into the current one, would those actually be able to fit into the new one?
They
Yeah.
they already got the radios.
did they?
Might not work.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but at any rate.
It's something
that's
to
a-
look
yeah.
into.
So we're looking at not having to raise $750,000 for a piece of equipment,
Correct.
like through taxpayer dollars.
Right.
It's only $60,000. So like that seems like pretty big incentive.
I agree,
yeah.
but at that 60,000 may not even be that much if they can take the radios from the
Yep.
old one over to.
Correct. Yep.
And then this would be good to have an idea of where we're standing with our finances right now for these kind of decisions, because if we can't access the capital reserve fund, we don't wanna.
Well, no, it'd have to go onto warrant next year, and they would understand that may be the case too. So
But
Like,
so
so
the
you-
auction, we don't know when the auction is though.
I don't recall.
So it's not like imminent, not next week.
I'm not sure. I'll check that and
Yeah.
get back to you.
Yeah,
if it
'cause
is, but,
I think
yeah.
them kind of things do
Yeah.
play into it, you know, if we're running tight on our budget and we can't access the reserve funds, then.
Yeah,
we
there's a
gotta think.
there's a few ifs out there still, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
love the idea of saving $750,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and just even having those residents being willing to
Oh, that's just
Sorry.
thanks. Support
Yeah.
our fire
Love
department
it.
in that way. Yeah.
very much.
I believe it's 4 families that we're looking to
Good job.
combine resources. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Awesome.
cool. That's the last update I have. Did you have anything, Lou?
No, just a request to Debbie, all that documentation that you've got there on Matthew Way, could you just leave it on your round table? And so I can review,
Sure. I thought you were gonna ask me to make copies. I was gonna say.
no, not at all.
Sorry. You can make copies.
I just want to be able to have access to it, and
Yeah.
I'll come into this office one day, spread it out,
Okay.
because I want to
Just
see.
don't let anything leave the town office,
No.
please.
Nothing will leave.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I do have one more thing.
Okay.
The New Ipswich Library, she sent me an email and asked, they wanted to have a raffle for some oil, I guess, 100 gallons of oil. And they want to sell raffle tickets. She asked me if we had any permit for that. I told her we did not. Like the Children's Fair, they do raffles, all kinds of raffles. So she did fill out an application if you guys want to sign it, just okaying it, I guess. But we don't have a specific permit for it, so.
Do we have an ordinance even? So we don't even need that.
No,
That's,
but,
Yeah.
okay,
No, that's fine.
alright.
cool.
I'm sorry, this thing was a raffle for oil?
Yes.
No, it's a raffle off oil, 100 gallons of oil.
Somebody's donating 100 gallons of oil. They're gonna sell raffle tickets to raise money for the library. Whoever wins 100 gallons of oil.
I take it this is
Heating
fuel
oil?
Heating oil.
heating
That's
oil.
awesome.
Mm.
No,
Canola.
vegetable oil.
Canola.
You have a big fish fry at the end of the
I
week.
just thought,
Yeah.
maybe we're gonna have this flood of oil for popping popcorn at the next.
Okay.
Yeah, movie night. Alright,
Okay.
excellent.
Alright.
Jason,
Fabulous.
last call.
Last call for alcohol.
Lou?
Nothing for that at the moment.
Alright.
Okay, you guys are sure this time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We hope so.
I'll tell Ron if you want.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, yeah, you're
Appreciate it.
welcome. At this point, I'll make a motion to go into non